Hi, welcome to the Untitled Astrology New Moon Forecast for December 15th, 2020, a solar eclipse. The moon is waning. The energy is diminishing. How are you feeling? The moon is waning, getting darker and darker. And on December 15th, between 5:33 a.m. and 10:53 a.m. Pacific time, the moon will conjoin the sun, cross in front of the sun, eclipsing it, and then begin to wax again. Intense, feeling like you're getting cooked, challenged, pushed forward. Forks in the road, big decisions sometimes can come forward, or things just fall apart. Eclipses bring an opportunity for transformation in some area of your life, depending on, of course, where they aspect your chart, and of course whether maybe you're running a dasha of the sun or the moon or Rahu or Ketu, the nodes that cause the eclipses. In this video, we're just going to go over some general meanings of this eclipse coming up. But if you would like to find out more about what's going on for you on a personal level, and also for this year to come, you should book a one-on-one reading with me, or you can get into my web class to just get a general review of the upcoming astrology in 2021, especially too. We'll be going over the horoscopes for 2021, so I'll leave a link below for you to register. So the thing that's very unique about this solar eclipse as well isn't just that it's happening at the end of a very unique year, but because it's also coinciding pretty closely with the exact alignment of Jupiter and Saturn, what they call the Great Conjunction, because Jupiter and Saturn, both of these planets, are very great influences. They're slow-moving planets of karma, collective karma. And their conjunctions don't happen very frequently, about every 20 years. But this one has a very special quality to it because it's the closest that they're going to appear by declination. I know I've said this before in my blogs, but I'm going to repeat it again because it's quite phenomenal. The last time, at least what I've come to understand, the last time such an observably close conjunction happened between them wasn't actually since 1226, which is about 800 years ago. So this is something extremely rare. But coming back to this solar eclipse that we're about to have on the 15th, it is a total solar eclipse. So the narrow pathway of the eclipse will be completely shadowed, and it isn't visible anywhere besides South America, maybe slightly in Africa, but mostly in Argentina and Chile. This solar eclipse is caused by Ketu, the tail of the snake, headless snake of past lives and previous karmas, and also liberation from the past and letting go. And it's pretty symbolic because this solar eclipse is happening in Jyesta star, Jyesta nakshatra. Jyesta is a very powerful star at the heart of the Scorpion. It has to do with power and honor and seniority, political power too, often, and how we rise up and overcome oppression and power dynamics in our lives. Now, it's interesting because the current U.S. President Trump, that is his natal moon. That's his birth star. He is Jyesta. And he was actually born on an eclipse in Jyesta. So this is a repeat of something that happened when he was born. There's something quite fated about this time for him. Rahu and Ketu tend to give a lot. They can give a lot of power and success, but they can also take away and bring it down to the lowest of low. So that's their nature, their duality in extreme. Yeah. Jyesta's energy is still fighting and questions anything that tries to block its sense of freedom, freedom of expression, freedom of choice, because freedom is power. It's how we respect one another, how we respect ourselves, how we honor our lives, right? So this powerful solar eclipse, there's something here that's coming up into the collective very strongly. And on a personal level, it could be bringing up on just in your own life, your own limiting beliefs, how you curtail your own freedom of expression, and also the unhealthy power dynamics you might have with certain people in your life. Now, coming back to this Jupiter and Saturn alignment, Jupiter is expansive. He's dharma. He's education and travel and freedom itself as well. That expansive opening of what is wanting to live and learn. But Saturn is a stricter energy. He actually restricts, he limits. He's a different kind of teacher. He's a teacher of work. He's a master of karma. He is actually searching for truly sustainable, grounded, and realistic lessons that actually really changes the world and our spiritual evolution. So these two coming together are an incredible opportunity for spiritual growth. But they do seem to be coinciding with the virus and its spread. As Jupiter and Saturn have come back together closer and closer, we've seen an increase of deaths and, as I thought, an increase in restrictions and quarantine measures, social distancing, something that sounds very Saturn, right? So Saturn's energy is winning in this what we call Graha Yuddha, the war of planets, that will really start to kick in even more later this month, starting in a couple days, December 12th, and run through December 30th. So that's some of the strongest energy we're going to see all through 2020, coming right up to the end, almost to the new year. So its climax, when they're going to appear closest, is on the 21st, which is a solstice. And it's interesting, that actually is the ancient New Year. It's the moment when everything resets, literally. There's a solar energy return. In the northern hemisphere, the nights are as long as they can become. And there's a moment, like a pendulum stopping before it comes back again, where we can't go any deeper. And it's time to turn around and come back. So the winter solstice in the northern hemisphere is really the ancient New Year, and it's a time to make, set intentions, to create a new dream for yourself. So it seems to be saying that 2021, the year to come, is a real opportunity as well to spiritually grow, to really plant seeds of sustainable growth and make big changes, healthy changes for our world and the future of our education, our freedom, our children, everything that Jupiter symbolizes as well. I think this solar eclipses especially are a really powerful time to go within. So is the solstice. All of these energies are calling us back in towards what is our inner resource, what's really important. Just like Jupiter and Saturn has been all year, all 2020, asking us, what do we really value? How do we depend on our world, on each other, on our food sources, on our education, our leaders, our spiritual communities, our families? As Jupiter and Saturn begin to separate, especially as they start to really get distance by March, April, when Jupiter leaves Capricorn, we're going to see relief and resolution from some of the things we've been experiencing now. But this is a wonderful time. Actually, we can see this as we're being cooked. And as we go into 2021, to really come into what you truly ground into what you truly need to do and how you need to change to improve your life and become happier, more fulfilled, stronger. So let's just see what the tarot cards have to say about this solar eclipse in Jesta and the Great Conjunction. Okay, so the first card that came up is the Ace of Cups. Yes, I love this. It is a new beginning. We're resetting. New year, new beginning, new possible, new nourishment, new connection to Source. And the Princess of Discs. Connection to Earth, our resources. You know, Saturn is all about sustainability, about real harmony with nature, balance with nature, and the wealth and sort of natural ease and fertility that comes from it. And then finally, the Lovers. It is true, this solar eclipse, Venus is in Scorpio as well. So there is some themes carrying over, like the lunar eclipse. This Taurus-Scorpio energy, eclipses do tend to affect in these signs relationships more, because, you know, especially the Venus ruled Taurus, and she will be pretty close to the solar eclipse. But this card also has to do with decisions, choice, right? What I was talking about, freedom of choice. And the freedom, it's the freedom also that we actually exercise every day. The choices we make, the little things we choose to do and not to. And so this card seems to say we really do have a choice actually right now to make a big change, to reset everything, to focus on what's true, our innermost higher self, and set realistic and grounded intentions for ourselves. Let's take a look. A new possibility can grow out of the earth. In this world of duality, everything seems to be polarized between what is right and what is wrong, or what we want and what we don't. What does it really mean for you to be free and choose your own path? Who are you when you connect to your innermost and true source and honor the earth? There's no wrong way. Make a choice, plant a seed, commit, and watch it grow. Sweet. Thank you for coming to Anandashri Astrology's Vedic Astrology forecast for the solar eclipse. Be sure to sign up for my web class, including horoscopes for your Vedic sign, and I do have a calculator up on my website to calculate your Vedic sign if you'd like to. I'll also leave that in the link below. And if you haven't yet, get on my newsletter. It's free. Subscribe and hit the notification bell, and I'll see you soon on the next full moon.